The recent breaking news is that Ford has cut down on its production plans for the F-150 pickup because of lagging sales and low demand. Yes, the F-150 Lightning, which just debuted 2 years back. This must have got you on the edge of your seats, so stick around as we explore this in detail. Yep, the infamous automaker told their dealers to expect an average production volume of 1,600 electric trucks per week from the Rouge Electric Vehicle Center in Dearborn, Michigan in 2024, even though the factory can make 200 vehicles a week. EV sales are trending upward, but not as quickly as some famous automakers had anticipated. Several automaker companies, including Ford, have pulled back on their ambitious production plans. Ford has stopped shipping its all-electric F-150 Lightning pickups and has been holding them for quality inspections since February 9th. Emma Berg, a spokesperson from Ford, declined to comment further and specify any particular reason for this quality concern that caused this shipment pause. Ford recently began shipping their new 2024 F-150 gasoline-powered and hybrid trucks. This is because the automaker sells far more gasoline and hybrid-powered F-150 models than the battery-powered Lightning. The F-Series of full-size pickup trucks has been America's best-selling vehicle for more than 40 years. Last year, Ford sold about 750,000 F-Series trucks, of which about 24,000 of them were the F-150 Lightning. Plus, Ford dealers currently have F-150 Lightning trucks in their inventory, Berg said, so customers can still find pickup trucks to buy until shipments start again. This huge delay in production is due to the many consumers who are rapidly turning to hybrid vehicles instead of electric vehicles alone. And the sooner every automobile brand realizes this, the better. Ford Motor, General Motors, and many others have now been slowing down on their electric vehicle investments. Yes, General Motors is also delaying the sale of some of their new electric models and instead making plans to produce plug-in hybrids, which are drawing more customer interest, according to car dealers. Many automobile brands gained the advantage of early adopters in the early wave of EVs hitting the market one by one. But now even the mainstream consumer is just not jumping up and down for EVs. They just want the best of both worlds, hybrids. Almost like any other new battery-powered vehicle, the F-150 Lightning seemed like a big hit when it was first introduced in 2022. It was just like this electric incarnation of the country's best-selling automobile and could accelerate like a sports car. Plus, Ford, at one point, had about 200,000 reservations for this truck. But much to the world's surprise, this very demand for the Lightning slackened, and the reservation backlog all but disappeared into thin air. In the year 2023, Ford sold about 24,000 F-150 Lightnings, which was a 54% increase from the previous year, but still pretty short of the annual production of $150,000 that the automaker had enthusiastically aimed for. Marin Gyaja, who's the chief operating officer of Ford's electric vehicle division, claimed sales of the F-150 Lightning were strong, even if they were lower than their original expectations. For example, in the fourth quarter of 2023, the Lightning was one of the top-selling electric vehicles after Tesla's Model Y and Model 3. Plus, in the states where electric vehicle ownership is extremely high, such as California, Oregon, and Washington, the F-150 Lightning takes about 30% of sales of the company's F-Series trucks. The F-150 Lightning is a successful but critical part of Ford's portfolio since the company has had a love-hate relationship with its production. Late last year, the automakers said they would reduce the number of F-150 Lightnings they produced in 2024 by about half, for instance, to around 1,600 a week. Ford also moved about 2,400 workers who had been working in producing the F-150 Lightnings to other models, including the gas-powered F-150. In January, Ford sold about 2,258 Lightning, which is 6 Lightnings less than in the same month last year. You must be thinking it's a sudden or drastic fall, but it's not just Ford. Pickup trucks have become a particularly disappointing segment of the EV market. The company Rivian sold about 17,700 of its R1T pickup last year, which is the same as in 2022, according to Cox Automotive. On the other hand, Tesla and General Motors introduced electric pickups last year called the Cybertruck and a Chevrolet Silverado, but have only produced very few models so far. Ford has been working towards making smaller vehicles instead of trucks, which might be part of the reason why it stopped the production of Lightning. Jim Farley, Ford's chief executive, revealed that the company is willing to put more emphasis on building smaller electric vehicles and less on larger ones, with an active aim of competing against the thriving models from Tesla and other Chinese automakers. But why does the demand for larger EVs seem to be depreciating? Well, the problem with large electric pickups is that despite having top-notch advanced technology and exciting acceleration, the vehicles tend to suffer from highly reduced range when drivers use them for the kinds of things that trucks are actually used for, aka to haul heavy stuff, tow big trailers, and to drive in nasty weather. This also depends on how far an electric vehicle can travel on a single charge, which can vary greatly from vehicle to vehicle. A loyal Ford buyer, Mike Kochov, bought a Lightning in the summer of 2022 while previously owning 6 gasoline-powered F150s. He loved the electric truck's ride and technology, but unfortunately found his range reducing rapidly when he hauled heavy equipment on the pickup to travel to job sites around the state. "The minute you put a trailer on it, the mileage drops," he claimed. Every time he drove 200 to 300 miles a day, he had to make a stop to charge, which often took around 40 to 45 minutes or longer if he had to wait for a charger. In addition to this, according to the test done by the Nye Times, a Lightning traveled 341 miles on a full battery in 81-degree weather. However, cold temperatures can tend to reduce the range of all EVs. During a recent cold spell in the Midwest, some EV owners noticed their car's range fell by half or even more. Now, owners who do not have chargers installed at home can suffer more because they can't preheat their EVs while they are plugged in before heading out. Therefore, rain, hills, aggressive driving, and heavy loads can also reduce an EV's range, which is why customers are moving towards hybrids. Some experts claim that drivers might not know all the steps they could take to maximize their electric truck's range. For example, if you program your electric truck to warm up its battery on cold mornings, you can reduce the loss of range. Using one-pedal driving mode also recoups energy when your truck breaks. To answer these experts, EV buyers invest in EVs to make their lives a bit easier. If they wanted to get a manual for every step, they might as well buy a manual vehicle powered by gas. Or better yet, a hybrid. This is also why Ford will rely on a mix of gas-powered, hybrid, and electric vehicle production to increase profit in the automobile industry. The company pushed back its 600,000 EV run rate goal last year. Jim Farley, the CEO of Ford, explained, "The near-term pace of EV adoption will be slower than expected." The automaker is also delaying around $12 billion of investment in EV spending. Jim also explained that the production cut was to take major advantage of the manufacturing flexibility to offer customers choices while balancing their growth and profitability. In short, they're playing it safe and listening to the customers' wants. According to a survey by Consumer Reports, EVs tend to have more issues than hybrid or gasoline-powered vehicles. A major reason for that may be that automakers are still learning and experimenting with building reliable battery-powered vehicles. Ford also sees EV adoption as a core part of its strategy. The CEO claimed that the company still sees a bright future in building EVs for specific consumers. He also revealed the company's plan to launch digitally advanced EVs with access to Tesla's charging network beginning this year. Lastly, according to Electrek Ford, they are adjusting their pricing, production, and trim packages for the 2024 F150 Lightning. This makes us think that Ford might start the production of the F150 Lightning sooner than expected, and this is hopefully a small delay. This is where we are ending the video. We hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to let us know what you think in the comments down below.